person in the world.
So Meghan and Harry just got exposed for turning their Australia trip into a commercial cash grab, and royal experts are absolutely eviscerating them for it. We're talking failed ticket sales, desperate selfie pricing, and taxpayer-funded security for what was essentially a money-making tour. Let's break down this spectacular failure.
Two people are not working royals. They went to Australia, they monetized their visit. So they're going there as two commercial animals to earn a few bucks, and by all accounts, they did earn quite a few dollars.
Commercial animals. That's brutal but accurate. They want royal protection and media embargoes while literally charging people thousands to attend events. It's the perfect encapsulation of their hypocrisy, demanding privacy while constantly monetizing their former royal status for profit.
But monetizing two people that are arriving in a country to make money, as Sydney Morning Herald said, using Australia as an ATM, which about sums it up.
The Sydney Morning Herald calling them out as using Australia as an ATM carries serious weight. This isn't some tabloid hit piece, it's Australia's paper of record, documenting how they exploited their visit purely for financial gain.
The fact that you're going to go to a spa and you're charging £1,700 for people to attend the spa, or £1,800 for listen to Harry speak, which I think was dropped anyway because nobody was taking up the £800 seating.
These pricing details are devastating. £1,700 for a spa event, $800 for seating that nobody wanted. It shows their popularity is completely manufactured. When you can't sell tickets at any price, that's market rejection of your brand.
But despite all that coverage, 81% of Australians said the tour had not improved their image of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. If you wanted a big F for failure, this was it, the most unsuccessful non-royal tour in history.
81% of Australians saying the tour didn't improve their image. That's objective proof of failure. Most unsuccessful non-royal tour in history is a damning assessment from someone who clearly knows royal protocol and precedent.
And just think actually what Her Late Majesty or anybody would think of a member of the royal family selling herself out for £300 for selfies. You had to pay £3,000 for this, or 3,000 American dollars, whatever, Australian dollars, to go to this event that she was supposed to be at for a weekend. She was only there for 2 hours before leaving. And if you wanted a selfie, £300 each.
£300 for a selfie is genuinely disgraceful behaviour for someone with royal connections. Showing up for 2 hours after people paid thousands, then charging extra for photos. Queen Elizabeth would have been appalled by this commercialisation of royal dignity.
We're supposed to believe that she's fabulously wealthy with all this Netflix money. Well, it doesn't look as if you're very wealthy if you're trying to grub around for that sort of money.
Exactly. If they're supposedly wealthy from Netflix deals, why the desperate money grabbing? This behavior suggests their financial situation might not be as secure as they publicly claim. Truly wealthy people don't nickel and dime fans for selfies.
Daily Mail's aggressive reporting on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. They claim that the Daily Mail Australia leaked and embargoed a schedule and timeline. It jeopardized their safety, and they had to change things at the 11th hour during their Australia trip, and they didn't communicate with the press as much as they wanted to because they had to punish everyone for Daily Mail's alleged activities.
Their security excuse is about to get completely dismantled. They're trying to have it both ways, wanting royal treatment and protection while operating as private citizens making money. The expert's response exposes this logical contradiction perfectly.
Dickie, explain an embargo to me, and does the media have to abide by an embargo for two people that are not working royals?
Well, you put your finger right on it. Two people are not working royals. They went to Australia. They monetized their visit.
He nailed it immediately. They're not working royals, so they don't get royal protections or embargoes. You can't monetize a visit, then demand media blackouts. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of how royal protocol actually works.
I'm reminded that a few years ago, I think it was first time that Harry went to Afghanistan, there was a media blackout in the UK and everybody abided by it on the basis that as long as the Taliban didn't know where he was, he and his comrades, his soldiers, his troops would be safe. An Australian magazine, Women's Day Weekly, broke the embargo. It was picked up by an American website, and Harry was whipped out of Afghanistan and brought back to the UK.
The Afghanistan comparison is brilliant. That was legitimate military security protecting active service members. This is two private citizens selling tickets to events. The contrast between serving your country versus serving your bank account couldn't be starker.
But if you're going to go somewhere and you're going to monetize your visit, then you've got to expect people to publicize it. And it's no good trying to create an embargo. What are you embargoing? The fact that you're riding in Australia?
The logic is unassailable. You can't simultaneously want publicity to sell tickets and demand secrecy for security. They need people to know about events to buy tickets. The whole embargo claim falls apart under basic scrutiny.
Rafe, I mean, inevitably they kind of got what they wanted because multiple police agencies around Australia suddenly perked up and said, we're going to add additional protection for Harry and Meghan. Taxpayers weren't happy about that because now they're footing the bill. But Harry and Meghan got to feel like rock stars with a huge police presence and a very small crowd presence throughout Australia.
This exposes the real game plan, manipulating security concerns to get taxpayer-funded protection while operating a commercial venture. Australian taxpayers footing the bill for massive police presence, while tiny crowds show up, proves their popularity is artificial.
Prince Harry's secret tribute to the late Queen revealed by Sussex-approved People magazine. So somebody from Harry's camp let People magazine know that he sent a wreath to Queen Elizabeth yesterday. Dickie, not very secret when People magazine's got the scoop.
Secret tribute that immediately goes to People magazine? The contradiction is laughable. They've mastered the art of wanting privacy while simultaneously ensuring every move gets maximum media coverage. It's calculated PR disguised as genuine sentiment.
You know, for two people who left the United Kingdom because they wanted to get away from the media, they've done nothing but tell the media whatever they're doing and making money out of it. I think it's in very bad taste. He was brought up better than that. He's lost all his social graces that he had. But then you marry somebody like Meghan and you're going to lose everything anyway.
The experts' assessment is devastating but fair. They left Britain claiming they wanted media privacy, then proceeded to monetize every aspect of their lives through that same media. The loss of social graces is particularly cutting but accurate.
Rafe, I felt like his ultimate tribute to Queen Elizabeth was in the form of Spare, where he mentioned his penis 50 times. Where do you stand on that?
Todger was the word he used.
I'd rather not stand on his todger, but yes. And don't forget that he when his todger was frostbit, he used special balm to put on it, which reminded him of his mother's lip balm, something which I don't think anybody possibly could imagine ever reading about a Prince of the Blood Royal writing in a biography.
Mentioning intimate body parts 50 times in a memoir as your tribute to the Queen is genuinely shocking. The frostbite story with his mother's lip balm reference crosses every line of royal dignity. No prince should ever write such undignified content.